So podcast number 10 of the Active Podcast. Today I've got guest Lewy. He's come to me. He's on the partner mentorship. He's absolutely smashing it. He went from earning around 300 a month, didn't you, to making 1,000 in a couple of days. So he's massively moved forward, to say the least. So just introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Lewy, as you might know. Basically, online coach, specialised with skinny fat guys because I was there myself. Came to Clint, I think it was start of March-ish. Yeah. Basically quit my job at the start of March, tried for myself.
What was your job beforehand?
The official title was head of social growth.
Yeah.
So it's like a golf retailer, basically. I managed the social media.
Yeah.
The ads, did a bit on the website and stuff. It was good. It was a really good job. Really enjoyed it.
How long was you in the job for?
About 2 years.
2 years. What did you do before that then?
God. Roofer, landscaping, Mackies.
Yeah. It was me, a bit of everything.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I was quite lucky the way I landed the job. One of my mates was working there in the local area.
Yeah.
And he was going to Canada, so they needed someone to sort of replace him.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a background. Basically, when I left college, I tried to start my own drop shipping business. So I built like a Shopify store. Didn't go through it.
No.
But I had a background in like working a Shopify store. So I basically went for an interview, got the job.
Yeah.
So that sort of, really moved me forward in terms of a career, basically.
I know, because I know you said to me the other day, which really resonated with me, you said you always knew you was born for something more than what you was doing, and you didn't really find your purpose, but now do you feel like you have found your purpose?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. I've always known I wanted my own business. I always known I was made for more, but I never knew what I wanted the business in. So I thought it was something like, drop shipping, because you just see all them videos where you can make a bunch of money.
Quick. Yeah.
But it's not the case. Like, you got to put the work in. You got to like what you're doing as well.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm doing now is fulfilling. It's, you get to help people.
Yeah.
Obviously you get paid for it, but that's not the main goal. The main goal is to help people. Like.
Yeah, of course, 100%. It's one of them, when you feel lost, you feel like your energy's lower and you're less likely to do things, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's one of them, but at least you're in the mix now. At least you're doing well. So what sort of got you into the coaching?
So I've always loved training. Been training about 5 years now, and sort of obviously started off skinny, skin and bone, dirty, bulked up, got to skinny fat. That's why I help people, because I've been there myself.
Yeah.
Then I sort of learned, right, okay, I need to do this. Got myself in really good shape, and everyone around me noticed.
Yeah.
So then they started asking me, how did you do it? I was like, right, I'll make you a training plan. I'll make you a nutrition plan. I'm not bothered, just here you go. My cousin came to me, made him a nutrition and training plan. And I enjoyed actually making it, because I knew it was going to help them. I knew it was going to make them move forward. And that was probably January last year. So then my sister's got her own business. My dad's got her own business. So I knew I wanted my own business, yeah. My sister does like marketing for like nail technicians and everything. So I thought, right, I know about the fitness industry and all that. Why don't I try and help coaches get more clients? Without even being a coach myself. So basically what you're doing. Yeah. And I started doing it for about 3 weeks. Lewis A Marketing, it was called. And I thought, I'm just getting chat GPT scripts. I'm not speaking on camera. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'd actually prefer to just be a coach myself.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how to do it, but I knew I wanted to sort of help people that way.
Yeah, you wanted to move forward. It's one of them, you probably know yourself, because you've had mentors and that in the past, haven't you? And, I know you've got your first coach now, but it's mad how many fakes there is out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because you can stick anything in your bio.
Yeah.
And, if you've got a few followers, you put something in your bio, or, you might have 1 or 2 results, or you might even have your mates lying for you.
Yeah.
You can fall for it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we live in the world of AI, so you can make anything now.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's just, because I started coaching March last year, so I've been doing it over a year now.
Yeah.
And I got my first mentor, so online coaching, I did my marketing thing, online coaching, March last year.
Yeah.
I got my first mentor probably a month into it, because I wanted to try on my own, and I thought, I don't know what I'm doing here, so let me get a mentor. It was okay for the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe.
So it was all right when you paid?
Yeah.
All the energy when you paid?
Yeah, so got my first client 4 weeks into it, and then just nothing. Communication died.
I was going to say, what was like the main negatives, what you've experienced with mentors in the past compared to, now with me?
No communication at all. Like zero. So it started off decently. Obviously, you're new to it, so they want to set you a good impression. I was on with them for a year.
Wow.
And a month in, just like a message maybe every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
6 months in, I wouldn't even get a reply.
Wow.
Yeah. In the school group, I'd put stuff in like, why am I not getting any replies? I got removed from the WhatsApp because they said they're changing the way that they're doing things. The whole reason I signed up was to be in that WhatsApp group with everyone.
Yeah.
Because the other coaches were in it.
Well, yeah, you can learn things then, can't you?
Exactly.
And brainstorm ideas. That's why I have group chats, because
Yeah.
that's why I made our group chat as well, because I think if you're all on similar level, you might have a problem what can solve someone else's issue straight away because you've overcome it, and vice versa. So it makes everyone move forward faster, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than being on your own. You know, I think, well, it's called the Mastermind Alliance. I don't know if you know that one, but basically Mastermind Alliance is when two or more people combine their energy together and want the same thing. So it's like, say if you've, you know, with your missus, for example, obviously I don't know what your relationship's like fully, but say if you had a supportive partner and, you know, they was pushing you and they really, like my missus, you know, we're both on the same vibration. We both excel fast because we both want the same thing.
Yeah.
Say if you had a missus who wasn't into training, wasn't into personal growth, anything like that, there'll be that resistance stopping you from reaching your goal. So it'll actually slow you down. And that's why obviously a lot of people, when they start developing themselves, they outgrow the partner and then they start to argue and stuff. So it's up to the partner to think, right, I'm either, I love you, I'm coming with you, or I'm just gonna do my own thing, and then, you know, it gets the breakup, doesn't it then?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Leah pushes me like so hard. Like, from the start, she was with me. Been together 4.5 years now.
Yeah.
So she was with me when I didn't have a car. Didn't even have the money to get a taxi to her house.
Yeah.
Working in Mackey's, getting a bus together. And then obviously all the way through my career progression, the highs, the lows, everything. Like
That's how you know they're real.
Exactly.
When they're with you on your worst days, that's how you know a woman's real, because
yeah.
when you're doing well, everyone's there.
Yeah.
You know, it's the ones who stick by you, because you know yourself with business, you get highs and lows. Like everyone who posts online all the wins all the time, yeah, it's good and well, they're doing positive, but when it's just wins, you know, it can be fake, because there is lows with your own business. I wanted to ask you a question actually, because we've both worked on both sides of the 9 till 5 and owning your own business. What's the difference if you're comparing them both?
The difference between
like working a normal job 9 till 5, and then doing your own business, like, because a lot of people think owning your own business, it's easier, you earn loads of money, you get to travel all over the world. Like, you get all these fake online coaches sitting on the laptops in the sun with the shades on.
Yeah.
It's a load of shit, all that. It's just, it's made up. They've got no clients, some people, haven't they?
Yeah. So I work more now than I did with a 9 to 5, to be honest. Like, it's harder.
Yeah.
But it's more fulfilling. And, you know, the big thing for me is like freedom. It's like financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom as well.
Yeah.
With a 9 to 5, you don't get that. Like, there's no sort of, there's downsides to both of them, but there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I just know that I didn't want to do that because my life, you know, I wanted to do other things.
Well, that's it. Most people in the world do work the 9 till 5, don't they?
Yeah.
So it just depends what you like. But every job that I had, because obviously I worked, first job was build ambulances. So I was there for 6 years apprenticeship to, like, well, there was different colour hats. So basically started on the blue hat, and that was apprenticeship. Then you got to took the piss out of and all that. Then you went to the white hat, and then obviously if you really kissed ass, you got to the red hat. Yeah. Or either that, or you was good at your job. Do you know? Or people respected you. So yeah, there was just different ones, but I hated the job. It was like I was in prison, to be honest. Like, I used to be on a production line from 7 in the morning. That wasn't wake up time, that was work time. 7 in the morning, like I remember putting the overalls on, and it used to cringe me. Like, I don't like anything touching the back of my neck. Do you know, when the barber, like, it's great. It's like sending shivers down. I always shake my head because it's just an automatic response. But I used to put the overalls on with oil on and everything. In the morning at 7, you're like, wow, this is not it, surely. And then obviously I used to work till sometimes 7 at night and get home. But this is how dedicated I was. I'm not bragging, but this is how dedicated. I used to get home for 8 because the traffic was bad. I used to work in Altrincham, so it was far away. I used to basically get to the gym at 8:30. Yeah. And the gym shut at 9. And I just used to, I was training, the guy was switching off the lights on there, you know, because he wanted me gone. Yeah. But I thought, I'm getting the session in because it was a non-negotiable. I used to prep my meals every single day. So when these people say, I ain't got time, I think, you don't know. Like, I've lived that life before. Yeah. Like, I've lived through that life and done it. Do you know what I mean? So, because a lot of people, they see where you are now and they think that's how you've always been, but you've not. You have to be successful, you have to go through the rough, more rough. Like, that's why every challenge you get, obviously, resistance, don't you, from it? You know, you can either sink or swim. Yeah. So the more times you start swimming, the further up the ladder you get. You know, it's really, really hard, isn't it?
I've been in the exact same position. So when I worked at my last job, I used to do every other Saturday. So about on average about 47.5 hours a week.
Yeah.
I also used to do delivery driving that was for 3 years, delivering pizzas and kebabs and everything. I did that 3 to 4 nights a week. So I must have worked about 70 hours a week. I would some days I'd go be Monday 8 till 4:30 main job.
Yeah.
5 till 11 delivery driving. Then I'd go to the gym.
Yeah.
So it'd be JD gym 24/7, and I'd have my pre-workout meal, which was shit, to be honest, like a pizza or a burger from the kebab shop. Which obviously I know looking back that's not ideal, but at the time that's how I got skinny fat, like doing stuff like that. Because I thought, oh yeah, get a big meal in here, a bit of protein from the burger, down an energy drink, 11 p.m. at night.
Wow, really?
Yeah, up for work the next morning and go to the gym. That's like I was dedicated to it. Obviously, looking back, it's not the best thing to do. I know that now, but at least I was putting the work in and I wasn't making excuses in terms of time, because the biggest excuse I hear from everyone is time. Oh, I don't have enough time. I've got this coming up. You're always going to have something coming up.
The first thing what I think when someone says time, it's you've got time. Number one, you just don't prioritise looking after yourself enough. And number two is you've not got any structure. Most people who haven't got time, they just haven't got any structure to their life. So when you do structure your life, you do free up more time. Yeah. Because The Rock's not saying he's not got enough time to train, has he? And he's probably busy and everyone is flying all around the world. I've had clients who fly all around the world. 1 minute they're in Japan, 1 minute they're in, Poland. Yeah. They're getting it done. It's not perfect, but they're getting it done. So I always think if they can do it, anyone can.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got a client right now and he makes no excuses. He's got a full-time job. Yeah. He goes to uni full-time and he still gets it done. Now, some weeks, like, for example, last week he had a bunch of exams on. Yeah. He didn't manage to get all his sessions in, didn't manage to get all his cardio in. But he did something. Yeah. He didn't just write it all. He did something at least. Yeah. And he's back on it this week and he's absolutely smashing it. So, like, you could use that as an excuse to be like, oh, no, I've not got time. Once I finish uni, I'll do it. Yeah, but what happens when you finish uni? You're going to do something else, aren't you? There's always going to be something.
It's the all or nothing mindset, isn't it? Yeah. What would you say the biggest challenge is, what you face with clients so far in your journey of being a coach?
What I always say is like one bad hour turns into a bad day, one bad day turns into a bad week. Yeah. I do find that if someone's had a really shit day, they let it drag on into the week, and that's sort of where I come in and try and make them realise, like, you've had a bad day, but don't let that continue into tomorrow. And that's what I see a lot of people do. Yeah. And it's important that you just sort of, as you've taught me, turn that negative into a positive straight away and don't let it affect the rest of your day, the rest of the hour, the rest of the week.
It can easily be done, innit? It's because, like you say, you focus on the negatives. Yeah. When you're dragging that negative out, it's lowering your vibration. When you're low vibration, you've got different habits than someone who's absolutely flying. Because, you might be scrolling on your phone in bed. You can't be asked doing like work and stuff. You don't really want to chat to anyone. Everyone's got different traits, haven't they? Obviously, some people might binge eat. Some people might turn to the beer. Some people might turn to drugs. It just depends. Yeah. But when you're feeling good, that's when you start to move forward. And obviously, when you said you've got a purpose now. Yeah. Your passion, it wakes you up in the morning. You don't need to persuade yourself to go and help someone. It's like, I love helping people. Yeah. And it's really good. Like, I love helping people. It's mega. Yeah, because the best part of the journey is not the payment. The pay's all good and well. Everyone thinks, oh, yeah, you get paid a load of money, blah, blah, blah. That's the least of the worries, because I've had people pay me before, full whack, and quit the next day. Yeah. And I think, the bank balance went up, but I feel quite low about it, really, because I've not actually changed your life. Exactly. I feel like I'm robbing you. Yeah. But then you get someone who's really smashed it, and then, a year down the line, they're lighter, they're looking better, they're standing taller, they've got a new relationship, they've got a new career, and you think, wow,
changed your life.
Mega that. Yeah. When that's the best comment, you've changed my life. Yeah. That's what means everything to me.
Yeah, exactly. I had a voice note from a client last night.
Oh yeah.
Which I actually sent it to you. It was really good. He's signed on for 3 months, and he's had a bad experience in the past with other coaches just like doing him over and not providing the service that they promised they were going to do, which comes back to people just lying and scamming basically. But he sent me a voice note. He's like, you know what, mate? Like, I just want to say thank you. Your service is second to none. Yeah. Is after these 3 months, he's a week and a half in. Wow. And he said, after these 3 months, what happens? Do I continue? Do I resign? I said, I'm really, first of all, thank you. Thank you for choosing me to be a coach. Like, thank you for your kind words. Yeah. And basically what I can do for you, instead of it going into monthly, I can just upgrade you to 6 months. You'll save money in the long run, actually. Yeah. So I don't care about, I want him to have a good service. Yeah. I want him to be on for as long as possible, because the longer someone's on with you, the more you're going to change your life.
100%, yeah.
So it's like, Yeah,
do you know when you sort of was signing him up? Because you had a bad experience with a mentor, didn't you, as well?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
did you feel like, we'll talk about you first, did you feel like you had some resistance towards buying again because you got burnt before?
Yes and no. So I'd say you cleared everything up on the call. So my main thing was communication.
Yeah.
So if you couldn't guarantee communication, then I wouldn't have bought.
Yeah.
But I was messaging you on Instagram, wasn't I? And you were literally replying instantly.
Yeah, 5+ replies me.
Yeah, even before we signed up. So that's what I was like. And you said on the call, you know, like what I was, how we were messaging on Instagram. That's how I am now. And that's what it's been like.
It always baffles me, like, when someone slowly replies. Obviously, you need to protect your time. Like, you know, you're not going to be messaging people at 11, 12 at night and all that. I'm asleep then anyway. But it's like, you do need your hours in the day, of course, because you need your time, because that time is going to give you the headspace to actually give better replies, give better service.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be overridden where they're cutting into your time. But we're in the 21st century. Every single person's super glued to the phone. Like, I'm got on my walks, the kids might as well have neck braces on because their head's down like that. They don't even look up anymore. Yeah. And that's why mental health's a massive thing, because everyone's glued to the phone. They don't even know what's real. Like, I remember the days when I used to knock on for my mates and go and play Kerber.
Yeah.
They was mega. They're never ever coming back.
No.
How bad's that? Like, they don't even get to experience playing out with the mates. They can't even talk to people now. You know, and I was shy when I was younger and stuff like that, around adults and stuff. And obviously, you find out who you are as you're growing up, and, you know, you're self-conscious when you're younger.
Yeah.
Like, when I was in year 7, I was a geek. You know, I was scared to get in trouble in school. I had warts on my fingers. I don't know why, but I had warts on my fingers, and, you know, I felt like, you know, I wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? And I felt like I wasn't confident. You know, I didn't know myself. And then basically everyone used to copy my work because I used to get everything done because I was scared to fail. And then obviously I was sat next to these 2 girls, Ria, she was called, and Chantel, 2 girls in my year, and they was like pretty cool, like those cool girls and that. And I just made a joke once, because obviously I'm pretty funny, well, I'd say I'm. But I just made a joke once, and they just started laughing. And I thought, wow, I've had a reaction out of these now. Because that's what I like, reactions. I like making people laugh. It's funny. Obviously, make myself laugh probably more than anyone else. But so that moment, then I thought, wow, these actually like me, like, for just being myself. And then, well, that's when I started to be the class clown then. And my grades did go down, to be fair. And then it took me to like year 10 or 11 to start actually putting the work in again. Only because school, it makes you scared that you need to get good grades to make something yourself. And I said this story in a post the other day, but I always wanted to be successful. I always wanted to be something. I did think I wanted to be famous when I was younger. So I went for all the reality TV and all that sort of stuff, which you can get to. But like, when I was doing that in school, there was an assembly one day, and we all got asked to go to the assembly. I was one of the cool kids, you know, I got on with everyone, to be fair, in the end. And there was like Natumba Masanka, he was an excellent football player. He was like really, really good. And, you know, everyone had thought he's defo going pro. And he did. Do you know what I mean? And then there was this other girl, I can't remember her name, like, I'm just going to wing it, but Isabella or something like that. Yeah. She used to get A stars in every single subject. Obviously, she probably had the same fear as me in year 7. She didn't know who she was. She needed to study. She had the fear of, if she didn't get good grades, you know, she was going to fail in life. So she smashed everything. And they voted for the famous one out the year. And that was Natumba for being a footballer.
Yeah.
And the most successful. And that was the girl.
Yeah.
And I remember I thought, why do I feel like shit over this? It's just like an assembler.
Yeah.
But I thought, that's when I knew. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm seeing everyone from school, and some people have done really well. Like one of my good mates, Anton, he owns a supplement shop. He's doing well for himself. But I know I'm one of the most successful in my year because, you know, it's one of them. I just see everyone else. And I'm not saying I'm better than them, but I'm just saying, like, there's moments in your life where you feel like you're not going to move forward and you don't know who you are and you're trying to find yourself. But as long as you keep on working on yourself, you can change anything. It doesn't matter about your grades in school, because I got nothing. Do you know what I mean?
I was the same. I was a little shit in school, to be honest. I was there was meetings every week, my mum and dad.
Yeah.
I was 1 audit point from getting kicked out in year 10. I was actually saved by COVID. So it was a month until the 6 months. It was a month until the 6-week half term was about to kick in, which obviously resets all your audit points. And yeah, they pulled me into the office and said, listen, like, you're on like 100 or 200 or something. It was bad. Like every week in form, they'd read out like all your audits, wouldn't they?
What, in front of everyone?
Yeah, in form, they'd be like, right, who's got the most?
Nah, mine won't like that. I got like A, B, C and stuff.
All right. Yeah, no, we had merits and audits. So obviously merits were good points, audits were bad points. And in form, Monday, every single week, they went through who did the best in that week with merits and who did the worst with audits. Out?
No. But I'd sit in the corner.
But everyone in my phone made a joke. Oh, I wonder who's at the top. It was always me at the top.
Yeah. And, the worst.
Yeah. Always.
It's mad because like since day one I known you, and I've not known you for too long, but you seem like a really intelligent guy.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't stupid. I was just silly.
Do you know what it is though? It's because you're not interested. Like I was on a flight. Can't remember where I was going now, but I was on a flight to somewhere and I was watching. I think it was like either a podcast or it might have been just like a book, and it said you only learn things when you're curious about it. Yeah. I wasn't curious about nothing as girls. Curious about girls. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing I was curious about, and I learned a lot about them. Do you know what I mean?
It's like they teach us things about like algebra and like Pythagoras theorem and all that in maths. And I just
use it every day.
Yeah, I've not used. You know, the only things I've used since leaving is like percentages, fractions, all that. Yeah, that's like generic maths and everything. But I just didn't care about it. I never wanted to go to uni because I think uni's pointless unless you want to be like a doctor or a lawyer. Unless you have to have a degree to do what you want to do. There's no
non-negotiable,
point.
Innit?
Yeah, there's no point going.
Like my view on school, it's needed 100%. Just because it teaches you the basics of life. Yeah. You know, everyone slags off like what you study. That's fair enough. It's just because we're doing something totally different. Yeah. Some people really do well off it, but the things what school teaches you is friendships, how to communicate with people, how to tackle bullying or like, you know, confrontations, stuff like that. Yeah. And just like the basics, you know what I mean, to be a human being. Yeah. But I think it only stretches so far. But you're always learning, aren't you? Like even after school, I've changed dramatically each year. You know, because I think when you're younger, you try things to try and be something when you're totally not that person. Like I grew up on Geordie Shore and all that sort of stuff, and been getting drunk all the time. And I thought, because when you're younger, you copy things, don't you? What you think's right. So when I was going out, I was acting like that, being like stupid and everything. And then obviously I wanted to get on the TV and stuff. So then I started to apply for things. And then, well, the law of attraction, obviously people was messaging me about different shows like X on the Beach. And, you know, I got to the second round of Love Island once when I was younger. But then when I watched my video back, I think, didn't even know who it was. Like, I didn't even know what I was talking about. So I'm glad I didn't go on that show because it probably would have ruined my life at the time. Like I watched the Cabins the other day because they messaged me on Instagram, the Cabins, when I first got on that. And I wasn't even really looking for a TV show. It was in lockdown. But obviously it must have been on my mind, otherwise they wouldn't have messaged me. Yeah. And I thought, I'm not going to get on it because I did fail quite a lot, but it's because obviously I wasn't like there yet. Do you know what I mean? So it didn't align. I had resistance towards it, thinking I wasn't going to make it. I've said this wrong, I've said that wrong, because I was trying to speak and act how I thought they wanted the person to be on the show rather than myself. Yeah. So there was all, like, obviously, because I know a lot about mindset now, that's the reason why. But with this one, I didn't have any resistance because I didn't even want to go on it. And then obviously I thought, I'll try it. You know, I'm not going to get on it anyway, but I'll try it. But then they kept going well because you have different rounds when you go on TV. You have like, you know, the messaging first, then you fill out a form, then you have a Zoom call, then you go meet them in person if they want to meet you in person. Yeah. Sometimes they'll just get you after the Zoom call. So I done really well with it all and I thought, I'm going to get on this show. Like I just knew it because I just passed everything and everything was flowing. I didn't have any self-doubt or anything like that. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to be getting on it. And then I went on the show and there was like 25 cameras in the in the cabin. And every single time then when I had like something big in my life, I went through the drinking route to get my confidence up. Because obviously I wasn't confident myself without the drink. I was scared of being judged and all that sort of stuff. So I got absolutely wasted on the show. And obviously I was pretty funny to be fair, but when I'm watching back, I just felt a little bit down because I thought I was lost. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know who it was. But it was funny to look back. And obviously the girl pied me because I made a fool of myself when I was acting like a dick, basically. Yeah. And then they must have liked my personality because they asked me on it again then. So I went on it again and I ended up all right with the second girl. So it's just all experience, innit? But it's always on there forever. Do you know what I mean?
What point of your life, like, were you working, like making ambulances at this point, or were you coaching?
No, so basically I was making ambulances first and then basically took a 4K loan out from the bank, me and my best mate James at the time, because we always wanted to travel together. We had the same goals, same ambitions. We was best mates since year 9. And then I was into training, he wasn't, so that was a little bit of a resistance. But we was both like into the girls, into having a good time, into the drink, into, you know, wanting to make something. So we planned to go to Ibiza, but he was scared about just taking a jump. I've always been an action taker. Me, I don't care if I fail.
Yeah.
That's one thing Niall will tell you. But so we tested the waters really. So we both got a 4K loan out. The night before, he spent 1,000 in the strippers. So he had 3K, I had 4. So we went to Ibiza for 3-week holiday. Obviously, you know what happens over there. 3-week bender. Come back, had night terrors for 2 weeks. People's at the end of the bed and all that. I thought, wow, is this me for life? Like, it was well scary. But then obviously it faded away. But that's when I tested the waters, and then I come back to work at the ambulances for like, because you get the holiday blues, don't you, for a couple of weeks, and you think,
of course, yeah.
oh, you're going to get over this. But it was a month or, you know, 6 weeks. I thought, nah, this is not right. I'm not meant to do this anymore. Handed my notice in that, like, the end of the year, and then just done 2 summers away. And then when I come back for after the second summer, basically I was working fitting ducting, like air ventilation and stuff like that, because one of my best mates at the time, he got me a job there. I thought, this is crap, this. Like, what am I doing with my life? But then I thought of an idea. I was like, I like training, like food, know a bit and all that. Just going to sell plans for £10. So I was selling plans for £10, and it was like the first time in my life that I created something and I was really successful easily from it. My phone was pinging off. Like, I had 50 clients quite fast. Obviously, you're going to have 50 clients if you're charging £10.
Of course, yeah.
Obviously, I had a lot of shitters, but I had some good ones as well, some good results there. So I thought, I can see something in this. I was doing outreach before outreach was a thing, so I knew a lot of people because I've basically travelled and went to Ibiza and, you know, all the Z-listers and all that. So I just messaged everyone, said, share this on your story. Obviously, after the bit, it was blanking because I thought, this cunt again. So I just shared it, and obviously it blown up, but not, I wasn't making loads of money all right, but I seen something. Then Skinny Kitchen, where I worked in Ibiza, they rang me up when they messaged me on Instagram and said, you can get the manager's role at Skinny Kitchen. And that was the year what I worked. And it would have been the highest paid job I've ever had at the time. And I thought, nah, I don't want to be going down the drinking and that. And then after that, I quit my job. Basically, I done level 1, 2, 3 and 4. I studied it in PT, but was still doing the course. I didn't complete it yet.
Right.
But I thought that's going to be easy. I know my stuff because I was like above myself all the time when I was younger. I thought I was too big for my boots, really.
Yeah.
And I never listened to anyone. I always thought I was like known best, but now I'm like a learner over the last, you know, how many years. And basically, I quit my job there because I thought I'm going to quit my job. I'll smash this course for 2 weeks. I'll complete it. And then I'll go straight into David Lloyd's as a manager PT on 40,000 a year. And I planned it all out. I got the interview, and then I quit my job, got home, looked at the course. I thought, this is going to take me months. So I had to message David Lloyd's like, yeah, I think I'll reschedule. But luckily, we had lockdown at the time as well.
Oh, right, okay.
So we had lockdown, and then in that time that's when obviously I got on the show in lockdown. So I was basically in an hotel room for 24 hours a day, getting like Nando's delivered and stuff like that, and pizza and all that, because they fed you. But it was weird. And then you had different scenes to film. So you had like your intro scene where you sat in a seat like, I'm Clinton, blah, 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 24 or whatever. And then that was one thing. Then you go back to the apartment, you're staying there, and it's just like, you don't know when you're going to go in the place.
Wow.
And then you get told, obviously, you're going in, and you're nervous and all that, like, oh. And then you go in, and the girl was really good looking. She was nice, you know, she was a nice girl, but I just messed it up. But everything happens for a reason. I've ended up with a better deal now anyway. Now, so.
Of course. What would you say is like the biggest piece of advice you'd give to your younger self?
Just be yourself. You know, don't be scared of being judged, and just go after what you want in life. Yeah. Because I think by being yourself, the right people like you because they see something of you in them, and the wrong people, they won't speak to you, or they'll dislike you, or they'll show hate because you're totally different. You just matched energy. So I think if I'd done that more, you know, you'd be you'd feel more content in yourself rather than trying to put a mask on, or, you know, using alcohol to make you feel confident.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one thing. And obviously, one of my favourite quotes is your life's a movie, make sure yours is one worth watching.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's good. I'm going to use that. Yeah. Do you live with like regrets? Are you quite? Because me personally, I don't regret any of my past choices because I wouldn't be the person I am today without it.
Yeah.
Like even if you know they were bad choices, whatever, it wouldn't build you into who you are today. So, do you live with any regrets, obviously, from like that time?
Nah, I don't have any regrets because, like you say, each like thing you think, well, I've messed up here, you've got a lesson in it.
Yeah.
So then you can start to move forward. I think with the lessons, that's when you get the adaptions. You know, and that's where it's like, you know, I'll keep going about alcohol, but it's because obviously I'm sober now. With the alcohol, it took me 3 years. Like, I wanted to quit alcohol 3 years ago, but then I left the door open on holidays because I like to be in beach clubs. I like to obviously, you know, have a drink in a beach club in the sun and all that. That's like a good place for me. It's like a downtime. So we always left the door open thinking, I'm never going to quit drinking when I'm away. Only because it was installed from birth, like, not from birth, but from the upbringing. Like, my mum and dad go on holiday. You piss from morning till night. I have good chats with my dad. Like, them memories are, like, they're priceless. Do you know what I mean? So I always had that belief, like, I need to. And then, obviously, say if you had a holiday, when I come back, I'll be like, oh, I drank last week, so I'll go this party. I'll have a drink now. It's not that bad. And you start persuading yourself. Yeah. Next thing, you're in a cycle of beer. So that's why it took me so long. But, well, last year, obviously, I'm banned from driving. Got banned for drink driving last year.
Wow.
So it's nearly up now. I've never actually told anyone that, like, on this, but I couldn't give a flying shit, to be honest. So you make mistakes, but they're all lessons. Like, I've made loads of mistakes. You know, I've done stuff what are reckless, like, say, drink driving and all that sort of stuff. And it's just all part of the journey, you know, because if you're not learning, you're not growing. So you're always going to keep going around in circles.
Yeah, I'm big on that. Like, I did a video on this the other day, actually. Since I was 18, I opened like an investment account and I put any spare money I could, you know, I didn't have much, but any spare money I could have put in there. So I grew it up to about $5,000. So I invested made $1,000 through the, you know, stocks going up and everything.
Yeah.
I had $5,000. So that was my comfort blanket, you know, when I quit my job, pay for bills, whatever. But I thought, well, I'm not learning anymore, because in that job it was really good. You know, the boss like taught me loads, and the people I worked with, I was learning loads. But I quit, focused on coaching, but I wasn't really learning. It was like going through the motions, not doing much. Yeah. I thought I need to invest this money now. It's sat here. I'm going to use it for bills anyway in the future if this doesn't work out. I need to learn. I need to invest, and that's what I do. I've always invested my money. I've always wanted to learn more about things I actually like. You know, not in school. I didn't want to learn, but.
It's because it's obviously, it's good that you've got that mindset, because when you've got like, when you're scared to lose money, you've got a resistance, and like you're not open to gaining money, because money likes to flow around the world. Yeah. You know, it's the law of gaps. I don't know if you know, I've probably told you that one, but I'll tell obviously the audience, like, I made the name, but I think it's called something else, but I made the law of gaps because imagine obviously, you know, life's a circle and then it's never ending. Yeah. You know, you can't get anything new in, but you need to make a gap to basically receive. So by giving out money, you know, you get the money back, or, you know, giving out love, you get love back. Yeah. You know, that's why all multi-millionaire people, they give to charities and stuff, because, you know, it's not about money. No. It's about energy. You know, it's about spreading good energy to the right people so they benefit. And that's what it's all about. You know, money's just a currency, you know, to go through your services. You know, if you're doing a service, it's an exchange of obviously your service, because you need to charge something so people see the value in it. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I've you know, friends and family give stuff for free, my service for free. Yeah. Even though, you know, some people, so like obviously I charge people, but then my mate came to me, he's like, right, can I jump off? Yeah, okay, like, of course, yeah, no worries. And 2 weeks later, it's like nothing. Like if someone doesn't pay for something, they're not committed to it.
Depends on the level of respect. Like my best mate, my brothers, you know, Dino's a little bit missing out, to be fair, but Carl, Joey, they've really, I done them for free. I done James for free when he was my mate, and they absolutely smashed it, because they've got the respect of not letting you down. Yeah. If you're doing something for free and they're taking the piss, are they actually your mate? Do you know what I mean? I would set alarm bells off for me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like Dino, obviously, he's smashed at times, and then he gets times when he doesn't care. Yeah. So it's just one of them things, but it just depends what mindset you're in, doesn't it, really?
Of course. I've now, anyone comes to me, want it for free. Absolutely not. Just I've had a bad experience of it, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I basically, not too long ago, I done one of my mates, good mates, for really cheap for the coaching, and he took the piss. I don't speak to him now. I fell out with him.
Wow.
He dodged a payment.
Really?
And that's someone who I've known for years. Like, had loads of good memories with him and everything. I got him and his missus on it. He can watch it now. Hopefully he does. But he fully took the mick. Like, he's dodged payments and then sending me like a message on about, you know, you're a businessman and this and that, and, you know, you've changed. I think it is a business, yeah. It is. You're still my friend. You've had a massive discount, but it is. You know, do you not think I've got like a lot of outgoings? Do you know what I mean? It's like people think you need to owe them something.
Yeah.
There's a difference between business and friends. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a separate thing. You know, business, it's an actual business. It's not like, oh, I'm just doing this as a bit of a hobby. It's a serious thing now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm doing. So
exactly.
They
say not to mix friends and business, don't they? Like,
yeah.
Because it's just something goes wrong.
Like I say, sometimes you think people are your friends, but have they actually ever been your friends, or was you just there to have drinks with them and good times? Friends are really there if you're not doing anything. You can just, well, sit here and just talk.
Yeah.
That's a true friend.
Yeah,
you don't need, it's like having a relationship. If you're having to take, because I've had girl in the past where you have to take them out and all that sort of stuff, and you think, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you can have nothing with someone and still feel whole, that's real then.
Yeah.
Anything less, I don't want anything to do with it. It's pointless.
I mean, my mate, Ryan, he's in Australia right now. And I barely speak to him, but he loves to travel. He's been to Greece for like 6 months, Canada for a year. Now he's in Australia for 2 years. He went for Canada for a year. Barely spoke to him. Obviously, different time zones. He's doing his own thing. Yeah, every other month, drop him a message, see how he's getting on. But he rang me one day. Lewy, I've run out of money. I'm gonna have to come back to the UK. I land in the airport tomorrow. Right, I'll come pick you up.
Yeah.
And straight away, I met him, picked him up. And we're there chatting like he's not even left the country.
Is. I know. Like my best mate Joey, he's just went to Bali. Yeah. You know, he's got a one-way flight, so I should be able to go over there this year. It's a long flight that though. I went to Bali once and I thought, wow, this flight's well annoying. It's like 24 hours.
You have to get a layover as well, or
yeah. So basically, well, funny story actually. This is how I drink water. So basically, last year, I planned to go to Bali, so it was around Christmas and I was drunk, so I booked a spontaneous holiday with Dino.
Oh yeah.
Just a spur of the moment when you piss basically. And obviously the main hotspot in Bali is Canggu. You know, there's other nice places there, but Canggu's the one to go. I didn't know anything about Bali. I booked Kuta, which is like a shithole to say the least. So we went obviously, that was the holiday, blah blah blah. I didn't really want to go because we was in January, it was in February, end of Feb, and I started the year off, I'm sober, I'm not drinking again, blah, 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 and I didn't. And then when we got in the airport, he had a pint, he had like 2 pints, and then a give in to the temptation, then I was back drinking again.
Yeah.
And well, long story short is, we had the first flight and it was to Shanghai. So, so we went to Shanghai, and then it was just quick stop, straight into thing. We ended up getting pissed at the bar, missed the flight, so we had to spend the night in Shanghai. So then obviously after that, so really it took like 2 days to get to Bali.
Wow.
So then obviously when we got to Bali, then obviously that was it. And we had to drive half an hour in a moped every single day to go to the place where we wanted to go. So it's just an inconvenience.
There's no like traffic laws or anything over there, is it? It's just like a free-for-all on the roads.
Yeah, it's like there's just bike.
Yeah, no cars.
Just all bikes, and like it's good. It is good because people are grateful for nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's like just grateful to be alive. Everyone's happier there.
Yeah.
You know, even though they've got nothing, like, you know, they're really poor.
Yeah.
And they're just happy. But I think in England, people are more down because they focus on what they've not got rather than what they've got. Over there, they're quite blind to the world, I would say, because they're not into the mobile phones as much. Like, obviously, they're going to be a little bit, but because they're not focusing on what they've not got, you feel more content. And that's a part of life, really. Like, even with growing your business or getting new clients. And I put a post about this, but all coaches are always trying to grow the business, get more money in the bank, get more freedom, get new clients and all that. But instead of that, because really, if you're always focusing on what you've not got, you're in a state of lack. So that's why a lot of coaches struggle. So when you actually focus on what you've got, you know, just things what are for free, you know, your health, your clients, what you've got.
Yeah.
You know, when you focus on that sort of stuff, going to the gym, getting a coffee.
Yeah.
You know, your mum and dad, if they're still alive, do you know what I mean? When you focus on them things, then you feel content and that puts you in a positive state. And then you'll watch the magic happen. Like things just start coming to you. It's mad.
You got to show gratitude, don't you? I mean, I used to always, like, I used to drive a Citroen, right? And I used to be not a bad driver, a reckless driver. I was a good driver, but I was reckless.
Yeah.
And when I was delivery driving, I actually drove into a field. So I had a bald front left tyre. It's going around a left bend in the pouring rain, just come back from dropping off some pizzas. So I had no food in the car, luckily. Imagine someone's waiting for their food on the field. But yeah, I went understeered, tried to fix it. Then I fucking oversteered, went into the field about 40 feet in, and my car was just all beat up. So the window, if you wanted to put the window up or down, so I took the door panel off, and you had to literally grab the window and manually put it down, manually put it up. I was like, I can't wait to get a new car. But at least I actually had a car to get to places. I had a car to do my job, to get paid. You know, now I've got a Q2, an Audi Q2, which I'm really grateful for. You know, I'm really happy with it. But sometimes I find myself, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to have like
Wish I had a car.
Or
wish I had a license. Nah, get it back to you anyway.
At least you can walk. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of them. To be honest, I get about like Sam takes me. We go to the same place anyway. We join out me and Sam, but I'm grateful for him. You know, he's really goes out his way to just help me.
Yeah,
because it's like going back to what you said before. When you've got nothing, I know obviously I've not got nothing. I've got, you know, a lot more than probably most people, but a car's obviously one thing. You know what's missing, I would say, and when that's gone. Really, it was an option between walking to the gym and then, you know, me and Sam got close and he's proper caring and he always helps you and, you know, he goes out his way. Do you know what I mean? He never asks for anything as well. It's mad. He's like, too good to be true, you know, as a mate. But it's mad because when you're growing up, you think your circle when you're younger, they're going to be your mates for life. And they're not.
No.
You know, I've met Joey when I was in Ibiza, so that was later on in life, really, like 20-something. And then obviously now Sam. And then, you know, Niall, I've known her for 5 years. So they've all been... But I think you meet the right people when you're sort of at the right stage.
Yeah.
Because, you know, your circle is different when you're younger because you're like them, aren't you? You know, you only grow out of a circle by not being like the circle.
Yeah.
So that's when you feel like an outsider, don't you?
That's when that's when I sort of like leveled up as a person, really, when I cut off the fake friends or the friends that have bad habits. And, you know, I don't dislike them people, but I dislike the habits that come with it. So one day I found myself driving to the gym, JD Gym. So it's a straight road from my house, literally all a straight road, dual carriageway, straight road. But then as it comes into a split, there's a left and there's a right, and the right goes to the gym and the left goes to my mate's house where they'd smoke weed. And I never really said this, but I did used to smoke a little bit, like not drastically. It wasn't too bad. But I did. But I did use it. It's obviously a very bad habit, and I cut that out years ago. And I'm happy about that. But I thought I can't be asked going to the gym, so I took the left turn and I went there and I did it. And I was sat there. I was like, I could be at the gym right now.
Yeah.
What am I doing? And that's when I knew, you know, I like these people, but I don't like the environment and I don't like the habits that they bring onto me. So I just can't hang around them anymore, and that's what I did. Unfortunately, I had to do that, but I don't regret it.
Nah, it's one of them. It's taught you what you stand by. Your beliefs really make you who you are, and it's like me when I was younger. I had a mate who, you know, we always like drinking together and stuff. You know, we always done everything together, and then there was a point where I started really getting into the gym, and then he wanted to go out every single weekend, and then if you didn't go out, it'd be like, you're boring, like blah, all that sort of shit. And he used to guilt trip me and I used to go out them. But then after a bit, I thought, my training's going down here. I'm trying to beat my 100 kilo bench. Like, I've been on it for 2 years. Like, I need to beat this 100 kilo bench. And I just basically, it distanced itself then. And then obviously you're seeing the differences. So it's just one of them. You just, the main lesson I would say is, you're number one. You have to put yourself first. You know, no one's better than you, whether you've got kids or anything. If you're half empty, everyone else is getting the shit version of you. Yeah. So if you want give people the best version of you, then you need to prioritise yourself, and then that's when you really excel, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
We're having a good chat, here.
It is, yeah.
So you enjoying your first podcast? Then?
Yeah, absolutely. I was to be honest, I was nervous at first. But it's literally just a conversation.
It's just a conversation, yeah. Like, you don't need to think too much into it. But we'll get back to the mentorship, because I know obviously that's a topic, what we want to go through. So what would you say the biggest lessons you've learned since joining my mentorship?
Mindset, I'd say.
And how's that benefited your life or your business?
Just being overall positive and knowing how to obviously change negatives into positive situations, and that moves you forward massively, because as you always go on about, there's a powerful and a primal state. State. Good things happen, primal state. Nothing good happens. So you have to always try and put yourself in the powerful state, even when shit things are happening in your life. Your car breaks down, right? Yeah, but you just, that's happened now. You can't change that. You can change how you act about it, but you can't change the actual thing that's happened. So you just have to move forward as best you can. And last month, it was a slower month than usual. Yeah. Didn't sign anyone up for 3.5 weeks. Yeah. And that's, no fault of you or anything. It's just happens. You have slow periods. Definitely. But I got in my own head, I was like, I can't sign anyone up. I can't.
You had the self-doubt, didn't you?
Yeah. And then obviously I got out of the rut, and you then sort of said to me, like, well, you've got out of that now. You know how to move forward. And without the mindset, I don't think it would have happened. I thought I would have, a lot of people would have just quit. Yeah. I had so many bills coming out. I did a video on this. I had so many bills coming out. I was going to be in debt. Yeah. And that's all I was focusing on. I'd book a call and be like, right, this client's going to pay for this bill. But that's not what I want. I want to be able to help them because I want to help them, and the money's, a side piece, and the mindset has helped massively with that.
Yeah, it's one of them. Each time you get a new challenge, it's like it unlocks a new level. Obviously, new levels, new devils. We can always say that one, but it's even like looking back on my own journey. I was stuck on 20k months for about 2 years. And it's a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? And it was good, but it wasn't nowhere near where I wanted to be. No. Do you know what I mean? So I was unfulfilled, but that was just down to the resistance in my mind. Yeah. And then when I started to work on myself, that's when I really, started to move forward. And obviously, miles past that now, but it just shows you can look at all these, these trends and this, get rich quick scheme and this funnel, and, I'm going to hire a VA and they're going to book 10 calls a day for you. It's a load of shit. These robbing bastards, they just lure you into a trap so they can get a payment off you, give you the belief, and just leave you in a group chat with no reply, like what happened to you pretty much. And that's the most common thing what happens with, mentors. But when you actually start to work on yourself, because that's what I've done. I've got a business mentor, Phil Graham. He's absolutely 10/10. He's taught me loads, and he's straight talking to the point, and I love it about him. But with last year, it was last year, the only thing what I worked on, because my months was going down and down and down, because my habits were getting worse and stuff, but the only thing I worked on was myself. I started to learn how to tackle them low days, because you can drag it out as long as you want. I've had times when I've not had a sign up for 2-3 weeks and stuff, and it's all you're doing why you're not getting the sign up, because you're entertaining not getting a sign up. You're thinking about not getting a sign up because everything's the past. Even this moment now, it's the past. Straight away. So if you can rewrite the past in your mind, then and focus on the positives, then you're really rewriting your future. And I've seen a good thing, which I'm actually going to do some training about today in the mentor Zoom, but it was, I can't remember his name now actually, but basically he was saying, if you're trying to manifest, don't manifest the moment when you achieve, we'll just talk about money because that's going to relate to us, isn't it, really, with obviously growing business and stuff. So say if you're heading towards a 10k a month, you don't want to have a picture getting a 10k a month. You want a picture 3 months after you've got a 10k a month and your life's normal. Like, where would you be? What car would you have? How would you act? What would you be spending like? Because obviously, when you first get the influx of cash, if you're stupid like I was, you're spending it all and you're going to Dubai and you're getting the G-Wagons and all that, which it was good at the time, but, I come back with not a pot to piss in. But, like, just think past that when it's normal, like you are now, but obviously at a different stage. And then what that does is it creates a memory rather than it's a goal, it's a vision. It creates a memory because you've really got it into detail. And then if you need to think back at any memories what you've had, you don't have any disbelief about them, or is it going to happen? It's not happening. You've got 100%. That was a fact. Like, you've just been telling me loads of memories there. You know it off by heart. You're dead certain. Yeah. You feel calm when you're saying it because it's true. When you think about, I'm going to get a 10k a month, is it going to happen? oh, he's too far away. Like, you think all this shit, don't you? So that's resistance then. But if you class it as a memory and start to think past it, you get the same calmness. You need the calmness to go into your actual goal. And then your brain, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between real and fake. Like anxiety, for example. Anxiety is caused by entertaining negative thoughts of something what's not even happened yet.
Yeah.
And you can change your full state by thinking something negative. You can feel like shit. So that's how powerful the mind is.
Yeah.
And also, you can think of the best memory of your life. Makes you feel happier. You can smell a certain smell. You think, wow, that was that holiday. You're already there. You're actually there. You're not even here.
Yeah.
So there's all these. So your mind's magic. So when you think about that, if you can put all that energy into actually pass your goal, you'll start to believe it's real then, and you'll just be drawn to it, and you'll see all these synchronicities and things happen to your life, and you think, wow, it's easy.
It's crazy how it works, isn't it? Like,
it is.
Since working on it, it's just, you view life differently.
Yeah.
Obviously in a good way.
Yeah, you do.
It's mad.
But it's one of them things as well, like, if people are not into the mindset stuff, you can spot it straight away, like when someone's got like doubt, fear, like that word hope. I hate that word. Like, it's a load of shite. It just means you're going to fail.
Yeah.
You don't hope if something's going to happen, do you? Like, you're either doing it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you speak, even if you, because I don't go anymore, but I was going to the sauna and stuff, and you hear people speak about different things, say, oh, hopefully you can do it. I was like, there's no hope. Because I remember when I done my biggest live event and I had 120 people, approx there, and I said, I'm going to fill a stadium. That's what I'm going to do. And then he's like, yeah, hopefully you do it. I was like, there's no hope. Like there was a time when he had one client, do you know what I mean? And then you bring in 120 people all around, England to an event who half people don't even know you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if you can do that, you can do anything. It just happens in stages, doesn't it? That's all. And it's the same with, money, relationships, anything. It's always stages. You can't just go to the big time straight away, because you need to learn them lessons along the way to actually do it.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to be certain about what you want, don't you, as well? Like, if you're not certain on a goal, then how are you going to actually move forward and make them little steps to get up to that goal? It's impossible.
Well, that's it. When I went to Americas, because I went to see David Bayer, so he taught me probably the best saying what he always used, to be honest. So it's like, first you need to have a desire, so a burning desire, and that's what Napoleon Hill spoke about in the How to Think and Grow Rich, burning desire. So something like what wakes you up in the morning, like coaching. It's a burning desire to make impact. It's not a burning desire to make money, because you can make money selling pizzas.
Yeah, exactly.
You can make money doing trading or whatever you want. You've really, the money, it's good. Do you know what I mean? But you still need to work hard. You do need to work hard to make money, but it's the actual task what's giving you fulfillment, not the money. So basically, the burning desire is number one. Everyone's different. Like, you probably thought you had the burning desire for some other things before you done it. So did I.
Yeah.
I had a burning desire to be on TV.
Yeah.
It wasn't a burning desire. It was just I wanted to do it. Do you know what I mean? So the difference. It just has a different feeling to it. It's like effortless. You don't need to, there's no resistance. You think, I'm good at this naturally. Do you know what I mean? So first it's the decision, then it's no resistance. So that's obviously desire plus non-resistance. So no resistance towards achieving your goal. No negative thoughts, no negative environment. No, negative self-talk, nothing. And then you get desired result at the end. So knowing that code, every situation what you go through in life, if you feel like you're not achieving what you want to do, or say if you didn't have any clients, I'm not going to sign up for 3 weeks. What resistance have I got? That's the question what you need to ask. What resistance have I got? What's holding me back right now? The answers will crop up, and then it's about going over them, getting him to bed, and then you'll start to move forward.
Yeah. So good thing that you taught me that's helped me move forward is the decision matrix as well. Because obviously I was booking last month. I was booking calls.
Yeah.
I wasn't closing them. So my thought was, I can't close these calls. I'm shit on this. But then you were like, well, have you closed calls before? I was like, well, yeah, 'cause I've got all these clients right now. It's like, well, your new decision is you do close calls, and your evidence for that, it's evidence is last, isn't it? So the first one is, I can't close calls. The second one is your new decision.
Yeah.
I can close calls. And the last one is the evidence.
Yeah.
Well, I've closed them before.
Yeah.
I'm good at sales. I can do it. You know? So that's another thing that's really helped me move forward is the decision matrix.
It's like you get a big resistance when you up your prices. Yeah. Because you get the self-doubt then.
Yeah.
When I up my prices, you might make one sale and then you know you're worth the price, but then you might get a load of no's afterwards and you think, is this the right move to make? I'm not worth it. You know, no one's buying. But if you actually challenge yourself, why am I not closing? It's because you've got self-doubt.
Yeah. And
people can sense self-doubt. You know, people know who's confident. People know who's absolutely smashed it when they walk in the room. They don't need to talk. Do you know what I mean? So that's really, it's all stems back to knowing who you are and knowing what your values are. And I think the way to make you certain on anything in life is work on yourself. You know, like you with a coach now.
Yeah.
You'll be certain on different actions now because you think, I've learned that from him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly, yeah.
I know what to do.
Yeah.
You don't. I'm your boss.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the professional. You're here to just listen and you know, get the result, and we're gonna have a good communication.
Yeah.
But when you're not at that stage, you might be like, is this the right move to do? Like, I don't really know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
I wonder if this works.
But that'll affect everything else. So, like,
Yeah.
you'd be scared to put a piece of content out as well, because whether it's controversial or you're not 100% up to speed with the topic, then it's going to affect that. You're like, well, actually, no, I'm not going to post that because I don't know if it's actually it's correct. And they're like researching it and everything, and it's just, you know, the more knowledge you've got, the better, isn't it? And that's why I always invest my money into knowledge. It's the most important thing.
Same as me, yeah. What was sort of the biggest wins you've had since joining the mentorship? Like, just contrast your life before, like in terms of like how many calls you was booking each week, how much money you was making.
Yeah.
Any key things what you were struggling with to now, like what's the difference?
Well, booking calls is definitely the biggest difference. Booking one a month.
Wow.
2 if I was lucky. I usually knew the second person.
Yeah.
Like locally in my area. Booking 5 a week now.
Wow.
On average, sometimes more, sometimes a little bit less.
Yeah.
Did about £300-400 before joining on, and then I did £1,000 in 2 days.
Yeah.
Which is quite recent, which is, you know, it's great. And, you know, I get to help more people as well, because I've got way more clients than what I did have. I get to help more people, and that's the most important thing, and that's what I'm happy about.
Yeah, that's it, because your content was pretty good, wasn't it? Like, I feel like your content's good, to be honest. You was just lacking the results, weren't you?
Yeah.
And meeting clients.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what I've focused on. I've focused more on my actual clients. Made loads of upgrades to the team. Everyone's flying. They were before, you know, don't get me wrong. I wasn't like neglecting them, but I probably wasn't doing everything that I could have been doing with them. Like meeting up with them and getting sessions in and testimonials and everything. Started doing that. Yeah. Well, them videos, them testimonials, they do really well. Yeah. And they show other people that my team's doing well. Yeah. And if you join on with me, you're going to do well.
Of course. I think the three big mistakes what coaches make when they're first starting off or getting into it, or, you know, they feel like they're stuck and not getting any clients, is they don't post results, they post too much about themselves. Yeah. And I don't mean personal, I mean body pictures or in the gym and stuff, which is crap. And then number 2 is the bios all look the same. You know, they're just copying and pasting someone else's. I work with busy people. Who's not busy? Do you know what I mean? What you on about? I've been that person where I've said busy people, think I'm just copying someone else here. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Every single person can be busy. Yeah. Be specific to who you actually want to work with, and look within yourself who you want to work with, because really you're your own avatar, I would say, to start off with. And then, you know, number 3 is people want to sit behind a laptop and have the life of their dreams. They don't actually want human contact, and that's why obviously we're doing it different, because we're doing the events, you know, we're meeting people, we're building that trust, because you can be the best online coach in the world, but you can't be in human contact. You can't be human contact. Yeah. You know, when you're seeing people for the first time, it's a totally different experience. Like, even this podcast, like, I love meeting you, you know, I love communicating with you and stuff like that. Yeah, we have good chats over the Zooms and stuff, but it's better in person, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's good to have a mix of both and not be too glued to, I'm an online coach, I'm just going to set up my laptop. Yeah. You be a weirdo then. That's up to you. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I like to meet people. Yeah, it's like all them coaches in Dubai, isn't it? You know, they're all over there. They get some clients in Dubai, maybe they meet up with them, but, you know, a lot of British people go over there, no tax, better lifestyle, whatever, and they get clients over here, but it's all just like copy and paste, and there's no personalisation to it. It's the same everywhere. Like, I've got mates in Ibiza who are absolutely smashing it, who are really, really good coaches. Like, one of my mates, JJ, is really good at what he does. He's helped me as well. But it's like anyone, you get shit ones. Like, another one, what I see a lot of now, which is terrible, I think, no one's going to look at you. They use AI. I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't know what they're typing in there. Create me a poster advertising my PT. They all look the same. They fucking shite.
Yeah, I've seen that actually. It's got like the 3
cartoon. It's absolutely crap.
Yeah. It's all the same. It must have been like a new update or something with like ChatGPT.
It's probably a mentor saying, "Do this. It looks really good. You're going to get loads of sales." And everyone's like, "Everyone's left your group chat."
Yeah, it's bad. Moving on to AI, I actually did a video on this the other day. BBC made an article on it. It's really bad. So like, obviously AI, you can't tell it from reality anymore.
What?
Because it looks so realistic.
Oh yeah.
So, back when it was newer, it was all choppy and you could tell it was AI. But now you could see a video, and you would never know it's AI. So there's this guy, I can't remember his name, on Instagram, but there's loads of these accounts, and I made a video on it. So he's a dad, 50-year-old dad, fat belly and everything. It looks so real, but it is AI. And he's made this amazing transformation in 90 days. He's gone from overweight, obese, really fat, to the most shredded dad you've ever seen in your life in 90 days, which, it's doable for some people, not the extent that he did it at. And he's there selling plans, but it's AI.
You know what? Account. It's mad that you mentioned that, because I seen a guy, right, and I thought, he's got the best body in the world. Like, his waist is tiny and his arms are massive and he's ripped and he looks good looking, and I thought, who's this guy? Why is he not famous? So I did a bit of a investigating, because that's what I like to do. So I scrolled all the way down. It's an old guy, and he's got all right arms, but he's got nothing else on him. Like, because he's not deleted the old pictures because he's an idiot in there. But basically, he's doing AI now.
Yeah,
you can see. I think you can tell with AI because they slow move like that.
You can, yeah,
you can tell a bit.
You can tell, like, if you really look closely and you look out for it, you can tell. But 40-year-old Susan on her phone on Facebook isn't going to know, is she?
Nah, and I think AI has been out longer than we think, though. I think it's just more popular now. I think it's always been out, to be honest. Just more broader now, innit? Yeah,
well, what's scary is what we've got access to is very scary. What the government got access to? What they've let us have this. They're not gonna let everyone use all this AI and not. They can stop it in a minute if they want to.
We'll probably get shot after this.
Well, yeah, this podcast just ended. He's not gonna be able to upload it, but. You don't know what they've got. It's scary AI. Like, it's good for some things, and you could argue that account that he's promoting a really good transformation is good because it's going to get people into the gym. But then it's also giving like a false narrative because they're going to expect that transformation in 90 days as well.
But the fakes have always been about in anything. There's always been filters. The girls with the filters who are catfishes in real life, or the guys. Guys do it too. Put the blush on and that's fair enough. On the filters, but there's always been fakes anyway.
Yeah.
But them fake people, really, I kind of feel sorry for them because obviously they're insecure, which is fair enough. But how long can you keep the lie up for? Do you know what I mean? How long can you wear the mask? Because someone's going to see you in person.
Yeah.
That's why I always like to go to different events and actually meet people and stuff, to people to know I'm real.
Yeah.
I've always got myself out there, like coming on podcasts, talking normal, all that sort of stuff, because then people will know you're a real person, and it builds trust with basically your followers, people who wanted to buy from you and stuff like that. So that's why I do the YouTube, because you can't fake one of these. You're just being yourself all the way through.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's a rolling thing with a reel. You can be whoever you want to be on a reel, can't you? You can.
I must retake my videos like 10 times over.
You can get the good light in. You can chop it, you can delete it, you can say what you want. You can look like an absolute professional at speaking, even though you're nervous as shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can just
read right in front of you.
All the people who are good on reels, I've seen some of them, and in person, they don't even talk. They don't even know how to communicate. Like, a mad one, going back to the Ibiza days, but obviously followers, right? So these Z-listers or whatever you want to call them, or people famous on, Instagram and all that. When you're at a party, say if we was at Ocean Beach, there's her, like, with 1 million followers. You wouldn't even know who it is. The ones who have the least followers, they're the funniest ones. They're the most upbeat ones. They're the ones who you want to be around. The ones who followers, they're just scrolling on the phone in a digital world. Think, wow. But then I think you get addicted to the likes and stuff like that, because I remember when I went on that show and I was famous for 3 weeks. About 2 or 3 weeks. Because it got advertised as the Winter Love Island.
All right.
So everyone who went on it, they thought it was going to be big time. I had a deep down feeling that I knew it wasn't going to be. I was just going to see how it goes. It was a bit of fun for me. So I didn't get my hopes up too much, but I did get a little bit of fame. And like, I remember I used to upload pictures and you get loads of likes straight away. You get like, you know, 10 girls messaging you naked pictures straight away without even doing a conversation. It was mad. And obviously gay guys as well. But you just got all these different messages and you think, wow, this is what it's like to be famous.
Yeah.
Like, this is mad, this. It's like they're attached to our identity. They don't even know me.
I wouldn't like to be famous though.
No.
I'd hate it, like, because, well, it depends how famous you are, but you can't, like, a lot of them can't even go to the shop, and just, there's no normality at all, is there?
Nah.
It's a completely different life, and half of it's fake as well.
I think I would like to be famous.
You would?
Yeah. I like people to know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's good, you know what I mean? It creates good atmospheres, good energy and that and stuff. It makes you feel more important in a way.
Yeah.
You know, everyone knowing who you are. I've always thought, I've always wanted to be someone, do you know what I mean? So, you know, if I can get the best at what I do, more people know you, then you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I'm talking the level of fame as like.
Oh, are you getting a paparazzi?
Yeah, like Justin Bieber's like, that's what I'm talking about. Like as soon as he steps out his house, I've seen the videos. It's horrible. Like he steps out his house, will you just leave me alone every single day?
He's mentally not there though, is he now?
No, I've not seen, to be honest.
Yeah, he's had a bad life, man. Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Well, bad life.
Yeah, well, ever since he was a kid, I guess he's just like, he's been in that world, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's one of them. If you look at everyone who's famous from when they're younger, though, they all have like, you know, a bit of a bad turnout because it's intense, innit? It's like, feel for them, really. You know, it's not their fault. They're well talented, do you know what I mean? And they've got an amazing life as well. But I think an amazing life like that, when you've got that much fame, it comes with a lot of negatives as well.
Yeah.
But you have to be open to it. Like, even, I know obviously I'm nowhere near that level of fame, but when you go on any TV show, you get like a psychiatric test and stuff. So they analyse you to see if obviously you're suicidal or you've had any thoughts like that. And a lot of people lie on them because there's still people who go and tell you commit suicide. And that's scary, that.
Jeez.
But obviously, you know, I don't think anyone can prepare for what's going to happen when you go on TV. You know, you're not prepared to get a load of insults, are you really?
No.
It's not a good feeling, is it? Even when I get one bad comment on a thing, I think, oh, shit to that. Like,
yeah.
Wish you put a positive one. It's like Dino and Linnea, you know, they get slated.
Yeah.
Obviously, it gets to Linnea because she's a girl and, you know, they basically sensitive, are they?
Yeah.
Dino, obviously, he don't care.
No.
But I think it does, you will care a bit deep down, wouldn't you?
Yeah, obviously, you don't want to have like a hate comment. No one would want to have that, but it's just, you know, I look at it and think, you must have a sad life to leave a comment like that. Like, have you not got anything better to do? Seriously. Than to, like, there's people I know that I used to hang about with, and they sometimes, like, view my profile on TikTok. You can see who's viewed your profile. Yeah. View my story on Instagram, don't follow me. Leave comments, like, pretending to be someone, like, on their actual account. I know who it is. Just leave comments, like, pretending to be, like, some random person. Oh, sick video of this. Like,
really?
But I know they're being sarcastic. It's, like, what, you just sat in bed on your phone, like, your dad pays for everything, you don't have a job.
Yeah.
Just go and do something if you like.
It's a reflection of them, though, isn't it, really?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It is, it's a reflection of them. What time is it? Oh, we're nearly up.
Is it?
Is there any sort of key questions what you've got for me?
One of them was, what's your biggest advice to your younger self, which I asked you. I think that was it, you know.
Yeah, that's all right. So I would say, what's your biggest advice to a coach starting off, or a coach been burnt by a business mentor and they're struggling to take action? What would be your biggest advice to give to them?
You can try on your own, but why would you not go and get help? More than likely, you've had a coach, a physique coach, to get you in good shape.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you've been to uni, you've had someone teaching you that. It's the same thing, isn't it? You can always learn more, you can always level yourself up, so why would you not want to? If you don't take action, you don't sort of pay for a mentor or whatever, you're just going to stay where you are. You're not going to achieve that next level.
No.
Unless you don't want to achieve the next level, stay where you are, that's fine, you know, do what you want, but why not? Why not just go and take action?
Is there any final words you want to say about being on the podcast or anything?
No, it's been good. I was obviously nervous before I came on, but first one done of many.
First one done of many. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, sir.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.